Hey guys, I just wanted to take a quick look at all of the pre-patch stuff as far as gear for this video. So the major change that happens for this is that all the armor pen gets changed out, it gets taken away. So we lose a lot of DPS from that, but we gain it back by it changing to either crit or haste. If it already has crit on the item, then it will get changed to haste. If it already has nothing on the item, say like Deathbringer's Will, it'll get changed to crit. So the armor pen gets changed to 167 crit on DBW, and Twilight Scale gets changed to 184 crit. Another example is that attack power on items on the equip effect gets taken out as well. So for the headpiece, it gets changed to 183 agi, like 200 and something stamina. We get a little bit more stamina because we lose out on our 30% AoE reduction talent. So that will help a lot with the survivability of things. And then the equip effect stats are going to be 114 crit strike rating, 106 haste rating. The reason why it gets changed to haste in this one is because crit is already currently there, so armor pen gets changed to haste. Another example is the legs. There is no crit on there, so the armor pen gets changed to the crit rating, and it will have 122 crit rating on it. It'll still have the expertise on there. It'll still, any item that still has hits, haste, crit, or expertise on it, that all stays. You could possibly do rune forging out of some of that if you are a little high on some of the items. If they put rune forging out in pre-patch, that will allow you to probably try and pick up some mastery, because at level 80 is when we get our mastery talent. Or not talent, but skill, I should say. And mastery affects the way that our bleeds hit by how hard they hit. I did look at a few other things when pulling up this and taking a look and asking questions around. You don't really need the 4-piece anymore, because the 4-piece bonus gives you the rake being able to crit. Because of the 4.0 change, bleeds can now crit depending on your crit rating. So the 4-piece bonus is kind of wasted unless you are off tanking for a split second. Then the 4-piece bonus is still really good. I'm opting to keep the 4-piece bonus still, because you never know when you need to. But you could also just utilize your raw stamina as a bear tank, as long as you have the crit reduction talent. So our talents get changed. The buffs that we get changed as well. In regards to Mark of the Wild. Mark of the Wild and Blessing of Kings get combined into one. It now gives a 5% stat instead of a 10%. But then it still gives the bonuses of Mark of the Wild, which is the increased armor, the extra resistances. That part of it stays, and then you get 5% to all stats instead of the 51. So they don't stack, but you can get one or the other depending on the group. Leader of the Pack gets changed to being improved leader of the pack all the time with just 1 talent point. So that is a nice quality of life change for us Pharaohs. And instead of asking for a might buff, it gets changed to might and wisdom all in one. So you get the MP5 from wisdom, and you still get the attack power from might. It's less buffs to do for the group, and they're just raid wide instead of having to use like individual buffs for the people. Like, you don't have to do individual buffs for classes as a paladin anymore, which is a nice quality of life change. Another thing that I can remember that changes is your attack power buff from either your enhancement shamans, your blood DKs, your marksmanship hunters. That gets changed to a 20% attack power for melee, and a 10% attack power for range. So melee get a slight bump to attack power from those classes, but ranged not so much. But I mean, hunters, are they really complaining? The other buffs don't really change very much. You can still get a lot of them. You want to just basically be going for Agi instead of Armor Pen in your gems. You can still see that I have like a bunch of hit gems because I want to be hit capped. Did mess around with a little bit, and this still seemed like the best way to keep my expertise cap and my hit cap at the right amounts to not miss as much, because it still feels bad to miss, but it's not as detrimental because of the amount of haste that we're getting in this pre-patch. So we could opt to dropping some hit rating to pick up more crit or even some more haste so that we have more energy to regen. It's just a basic view that I did. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I just thought about it for a while and decided I better not spend a lot of time on it, because this might not even be the sets that we want to go for. This just might be something that we already have and it's available to us, so why not just keep it? Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments. I'll leave a link to this in the description down below. Yeah, have a good day.